Biden advisors pushed to doing something we all knew was coming. We seen this before during the 2020 election when Biden was running against Trump. That's why we called him Hiding Biden. He was basically campaigning from his basement, from his basement, and they're gonna try to do the same thing with him during the 2024 election. They're gonna try to hide him. He's not gonna be doing very many speeches. He's not gonna be doing very many interviews because he's a walking gaffe machine. He's really gonna show his age. They can't. His handlers can't hide his stumbling, fumbling, bumbling around. So they're gonna have to hide him. And so we're gonna talk a little bit about that. We're gonna play a clip where the Democrats admit this. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things I can't talk about here. All right, so let's talk about this news here. All right, now this comes from Town Hall Matt Vespa, and he reports that this change to the Biden 2024 playbook was predictable given the president's penchant for being a gaffe machine. His staff aims to shorten his speeches, stressing quality over quantity. The president has had Ron Burgundy-like blunders with the teleprompter in recent weeks. Remember when he said pause? He was talking and he said pause. He wasn't supposed to say pause. He was supposed to pause. I mean, it's crazy. Remember that clip from Ron Burgundy? I'm Ron Burgundy? When they accidentally put a question mark in there and he reads it like it's written. that's Joe Biden. But with the public campaign schedule about to get busier, there's no doubt Biden would have devolved into a more incoherent mess than he already is. They can't pump him with that many amphetamines. But the man can't hack it, and the irony is that we had a special counsel, Robert Hur, who noted just that when he investigated the president over his classified documents fiasco. We had days of Biden officials and liberal media members touting the president's cognitive abilities. Now we learn they're shortening his speeches as a guardrail against senior moments. And again, NBC makes no bone about it. They're happy that this is happening. So they basically admit that he's a fumbling, bumbling idiot without necessarily saying it. But we all see it because they're like, yeah, we're happy that this is happening. So let's check out this clip from NBC.
We have news this morning from NBC News that the campaign is looking to shorten its speeches. Biden's general election strategy is less is more. The president's aides are seeking to tighten his pitch to voters with shorter, crisper speeches. To be honest with you, Quentin, I think that's a very smart idea. I think
for everyone.
For everyone.
Why though? But they don't say why is a smart idea. Why do they have to hide this man? Why do they have to shorten his speeches and campaigns and interviews? Why? They never give the reason why, but we all know what the reason is. We see it. He really shouldn't be running to be the most powerful man in the world. This is crazy that they have to handle him with like kid gloves, and we expect him to run the country. We know he's not really running this country, but the Democrats continue to prop him up. This is Weekend at Bernie's. They continue to prop this man up.
For everyone, I appreciate that approach because it is a way for the president to sort of hit with clarity, stick his points, and move on and not get lost and sidetracked. Give us a little bit more of the scene setting around.
Yeah, not get lost and sidetracked, because that's what he do. He'll start saying something, then he'll go off on a tangent that has nothing to do about what he's talking about in the first place, making up stories of things that never happened. So they have to keep him on task. They have to keep him straight to the point and in and out, because he will expose himself if someone sit down. Imagine him sitting down on a podcast for 2 or 3 hours and just trying to have a conversation with someone. You think he would never do anything like that, because it would expose him. But Trump I could see Trump sitting down for a 2-3 hour interview on a podcast, having a conversation with people because he's coherent, and we see him do it time and time again. Again, weekend at Bernie's, Democrats are propping this puppet up.
Now the thinking there and trying to reimagine the campaign going forward with what you just said and this idea now of the president tighten his grip on his speeches.
Look, our campaign believes in quality over quantity. We believe that these touches, these smaller things that are getting directly to the point about what is going on in the stakes of this election are going to be easier for voters to tap into and sort of also go out and say and talk to their friends and family about what's at stake.
Oh, we all know what's at stake. What's at stake is either we will survive through Trump, or it'll be the end of the United States as we know it under Biden. We all see it. It doesn't take a prophet or anything to read the tea leaves. We know what's going on with this country. But let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.